Thank you for taking your time to be a part of this. I want to thank Youth Enlightenment Forum for organizing this, especially during a period where the world is experiencing a pandemic like we've never seen before, and we were told to stay at home. And it seems there's nothing we can do with our time, but this is a great opportunity for us to use our time productively and hopefully towards the end of this journey and by the end of this pandemic we'll come out strong and with new business ideas that will take us to the next level. My name is Sofeme Halvo and I'm going to be teaching you skills and how to develop business ideas. The title of our first lecture today is just Introduction to Business Ideas. Now when you say business ideas, what is the first thing that comes to mind to most people? The first thing that comes to mind is something big that can help me to become a millionaire in the next few years. But in reality, business ideas are usually much simpler and less complicated and easy than that. Now I understand how difficult it might be for you when you decide to look for business ideas because you're not sure which one to go with and you're not sure how to go about it. During the course of this lecture, I'm going to share ideas that hopefully will help you on how to create your own business ideas. Now, there are three sources of inspiration when it comes to developing business ideas. The first one is looking within yourself. I understand how crazy that might sound, but one of the greatest inspiration to a business idea will be looking towards yourself. What do I mean by that? We all have our skills, we all have our talents, and when you begin to look into yourself, you begin to have an idea on which business you can do that will not just come naturally, but that you will enjoy and that it will be successful for you. For example, you might have a natural tendency to want to fix things. There are kids that since childhood they've always tried to fix radios, TVs, and if you're mechanically inclined, there's a possibility that if you choose to go on a business path that goes towards that direction, you have a successful business. So the first thing that you should ask yourself when you're thinking of a business idea, what what kind of talents do I have? What kind of skills do I have? What things do I have myself? Do I see myself naturally doing? That will give you an inspiration or an insight on which business idea you can take. And the second source of inspiration when it comes to business ideas is looking at the opportunities around you. A successful businessman is someone who understands or sees opportunities in problems. I'm very sure when you look around you, you see problems. Now, solving those problems can be a source of inspiration when it comes to developing your business ideas. For example, you might have a place where there's institutions and there's secondary schools or or universities, and you find out that people have to trek for a long distance to get to photocopy their documents or print out their handouts. Now, if you can bring that closer to them, you'll be solving the problem of traveling for a long distance and therefore creating a business opportunity for yourself. So like I said, the first source of inspiration will be looking within yourself. What are those things that you find yourself naturally wanting to do and you've got the talents to do? And the second, like I said, look at the opportunities around you. Look at the problems around you. When you begin to solve those problems, what you have is a business idea that you can carry on and be actually successful in it. And the third source of inspiration is look at those things that are not really working in the society and ask yourself, how can I improve? How can I modify? This source of inspiration kind of builds on the previous one that I talked about, but it's also different. Look at those existing products in the market and ask yourself, how can I improve it? Either by packaging or making it better. When you begin to do that, what you find yourself doing is creating business ideas for yourself. So, like I said, there are three sources when it comes to looking for inspiration for business idea. Number one, I said, look within yourself. What are those talents that you've got? What natural skills you've got? And from that, you can begin to have an insight as to what business you can go into and actually be successful in. The second one, like I said, is look at the opportunities around you. And these opportunities usually announce themselves in the forms of problems. When you begin to solve those problems, what you have are business ideas coming up. And the third source of inspiration, like I said, is find a way to improve existing products or services. And what you have is a business idea. Now, when it comes to business idea, I don't want to come directly and tell you, look, you can do this type of business, you can sell pure water, you can do this or that. What I'm trying to do is to get you to a point where you are inspired on a personal level as to which business idea is best for you. And when you follow these sources of inspiration and you look within yourself, I believe you begin to see business ideas that when you go into them, you not only enjoy them, but you'll be very successful. Now, after getting inspiration with business ideas, what are the next things you can do? The very next thing that you're supposed to do, which is very important, is to write down your business ideas. And this is very important. Now I'm going to walk you through 3 stages of developing business ideas that will help you when you're planning or trying to develop your business idea. Now the first stage is you've got to be a dreamer. This is the dreamer level stage. And at this stage, what you do is you look for a piece of paper and a pen and just start writing all kinds of business ideas that come to mind. Every kind of business idea that comes to mind. Like I said, something that you're good at, opportunities that announce themselves in the form of problems and ways that you can improve them, and also things that you can modify and improve, whether it's goods or services. So at the dreamer level, what you should do is just begin to write down all kinds of business ideas that comes to your mind, and don't limit yourself. Just write everything that comes to mind. And the second stage, you have to be realistic. After being a dreamer, after writing down all your business ideas that comes to mind through the inspiration that I talked about, the second stage is you've got to be realistic with yourself. What do I mean by that? You write down all those business ideas, but you've got to be realistic to yourself. Which business ideas do you truly believe are going to be successful? Looking at the location that you're going to start that business and the budget you've got to be realistic. And this is the second stage. You've got to be realistic about which business ideas that you can do. You've got the budget and can do well in the given community that you want to start. Now, the third stage in developing your business idea is you've got to be critical. After dreaming big, writing down your business ideas, and after being realistic about it, you've also got to be critical. Look at those business ideas and look at the possibilities of those business ideas actually kicking off. Maybe you want to start a business idea in a very big and massive way, but you have to be critical. Can I actually start it at that scope, or do I need to start small? Now, when you're being critical, you find that you begin to eliminate business ideas that are too big for you to start, or what you do is you begin to cut them down into something that you can actually start. Now, before you start a business, there's something very important that you've got to work on. That is after getting your inspiration, writing down your business ideas, being realistic about them, being critical. What you have to develop, and this is very important, is you have to develop your reputation, your character. People want to do business with people that are reliable, with people that are trustworthy. If you're not trustworthy, if you're not reliable, people are not going to buy your product. People are not going to patronize yourself. So what you need to do is you have to find time and develop your character. One of the things I noticed, especially in our country, Nigeria, people tend to have very little when it comes to customer service. Now, you need to be able to make your customer feel important, and you need to be able to make your customer feel like I want to come back and buy from this person. And this goes to your reputation, your character, and your ability to do your job. If you want to start a business that delivers a service, I highly recommend that you take time on developing your skills and your abilities to do those things that you want to set out to do yourself. Now, after building your character, your reputation, and the skills, the next thing you need to do is you need to talk to people that are into those kind of business. I understand that it might be intimidating to talk to your competitors, but it is very important to talk to people that are well informed in this field and have got the experience in that field. Talk to them and try to learn what are the difficulties in starting this business. What do I need to start this business, and what challenges might I expect to face when I'm starting this business? Now, when you begin to talk to people, you tend to get all sorts of feedback. Some might be positive, some might be negative, and it is very important that you listen to all these feedback. Some of these positive feedbacks can encourage you to go into your business, while some of the negative feedbacks I understand might be discouraging, but if you can sit down and look at them critically, you find out that you begin to learn lessons that will help you in your prospective business. Now, this lecture is just an introduction to inspire you and how to give you an insight on how to develop your business idea. Like I said from the beginning, I want to make this lecture brief. Like I said from the beginning, for you to develop your business idea, you can get your inspiration from three sources. Number one, I said you can look within yourself, look at the skills that you have as a person, and how those skills can be channeled to a business idea. Number two, you can look at the opportunities around you. What problems do I have in my society? What problems do I have in my community? And how can I solve them? When you begin to look at ways of solving problems around you, what you begin to have are business ideas that you can actually work on. And the third thing, like I said, is look at the existing products, the existing goods, and the existing services in the market. How can I modify it? How can I package it? How can I make it special? You might be thinking about a product right now or services right now, and I guarantee you, if you find ways to begin to make it better, people will come to you, and what you have is a business idea that can fetch you millions in years to come. Now, like I said, after getting inspiration for your business ideas, you can filter them through three stages. Like I said, the first one, you've got to be a dreamer. Write them down. List all kinds of business ideas that come to mind. Number two, be realistic about those business ideas. Look at those business ideas that can actually work and you can actually do them and can actually thrive in the community, in the market that you intend to go into. And the third stage is you've got to be critical and you've got to be honest to yourself. Can I actually do it? Do I have the budget? I don't mean discourage yourself, but be critical and be truthful to yourself. And once you pass through the stages of analysis, what you have is business ideas that you've written down and you've cut down to business ideas that are possible and that can fit in your budget. And also, when you're developing a business idea, I don't want you to be too serious about it. It doesn't have to be big, you don't have to start expensive. Developing a business idea doesn't have to be serious. Just take it easy on yourself. Just start from the simple basic ideas and write them down and begin to work on them. Now, when you're developing your business idea, it is also important to know that you don't have to create your business idea over one night. It takes time, and don't be in a rush, because any business that you rush into will end up being a disaster. You need a level of experience. You need to ask questions, like I said. Talk to people that are into those business that you want to go into. Ask them the challenges, how you can start, and learn from them. And like I said, it is very important to build on your reputation. And these are the things that can help you to not just develop a business idea, but help you to run a successful idea. I hope you were able to learn a few things from this lecture. This is just an introduction into how we can develop your business ideas. What I'll encourage you from now on is begin to look at yourself, begin to think, what business ideas can I develop? What is it? Do I feel that I have a natural tendency to do easily? Are you good with talking to people? Are you good with fixing things? Are you good with fixing hair? Look at those things that comes to you naturally, and a business idea might be there in the corner. Look at the opportunities around you, and not just the opportunities. Like I said, look at the problems. Business ideas, successful business men and women are people that know how to solve problems. And when you begin to solve the problems that are around your environment, your community, what you have is a good business idea to start with. And at the end, I said, look at the goods and services that are already in the market and look at ways that you can improve them. I want to really appreciate you for your time. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope that you're not just going to listen to me. I hope that this is going to be a journey that we're going to take together. So I encourage you right now, pick a piece of paper, a pen, and begin to start on your first stage of developing your business idea. My name is Sofeme Halvo. You can find me on Facebook. Write me if you are having any problems with developing your business idea. Write me, and I'll be more than happy to help. And also, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next lecture, where we'll be talking about how to understand the target market and how to prepare yourself going into your business. Thank you very much for your time, like I said, and I want to appreciate Youth Enlightenment Forum for putting this together, and I hope you were able to learn a few things from this. Looking forward to hearing from you guys, and thank you very much.